Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nathan Tambi, Chartered Certified Accountant from Fenina Management Consultants. We provide a number of services, including revision for exams. And this is one of the exam-focused revision videos. The question under scrutiny comes from the exam paper of ACCA Performance Management, sample question, scenario 2, September-December 2019 of the performance management examinations. These are the highlights. This question is about Robinholt, one of the most popular universities in the country of rich poverty. It increased its registration by lowering the entry requirements. All the courses take 3 years. It has 5 strategic aims. Every year, final year students complete an external survey by the National Organization for Students, where they have to agree or disagree on the statements in the questionnaire. The extract for the last 2 years is given, showing the percentage of students who agreed with the statement. The overall satisfaction percentage is used by the Education Authority to set the maximum level of tuition fees that the university can charge each year, and is seen as the main measure of success from the perspective of internal and external. Other key information is given to enable a proper analysis of its performance. The question requires that using Robinholt's 5 strategic aims, an assessment of its performance for 20x6 is made. I'm going to change this to 2016, and 20x5 become 2015. The question is saying, using Robinholt University's 5 strategic aims, assess its performance for 2016. The strategic aims are 5, and one of them is to provide education which promotes intellectual initiative and produces confident and ambitious graduates who have reached their highest academic standards. This key strategic aim combines a number of other sub-strategic aims in order to achieve the major strategic aim. And therefore, the key performance indicators are going to be in line with the subsets of the strategic aim. The first one is to provide education which promotes intellectual initiative. This means that in the survey, the performance indicator we look at is the course is intellectually stimulating and the quality of teaching is high. If you look at the table we have in front of us and the results that we have in the survey, it is showing that in 2016, it was 83%. In 2015, it was 86%. So the first question of the survey shows that 83% of the students think that the course is intellectually stimulating and the quality of teaching is high. This has gone down by 3 percentage points, which is not good. Then the strategic aim of producing confident and ambitious graduates will be looked at as under survey of the course has helped me develop as a person. And this shows 82% for 2016 and 80% for 2015. Obviously, it shows that the number of students who are agreeing with a performance indicator has increased, which is a good implication. This would indicate that RU is indeed developing confident and ambitious graduates. Then we have another part of the strategic aim, which talks about students who have reached their highest academic standards. There are many performance indicators here, but the survey tells us students graduating with a first-class honors degree, the ratio of students to academic staff, increase in student numbers, and academic staff costs. If you break this down, we are going to find that the number of graduates achieving first-class degree in 2016 has fallen vastly from 28% to 20%. Given that the entry requirements were only relaxed in 2016, this would not have had any impact on the results. This infers that the quality of teaching may have declined and the ratio of students to academic staff has increased from 35:1 to 40:1. It appears that although many new students were recruited in 2016, there were not enough new academic staff recruited to deal with the influx of students. And this is shown by the fact that the student numbers increased by 13%, but academic staff costs only increased by 6%. Next is to prepare them for success in life and the workplace as part of the strategic aims. And the performance indicator would be looking at satisfaction about receiving good advice and support from academic staff, staff retention rate, employers' happiness with the graduates from the university, and then obtaining graduate jobs within a year. If we break down all these performance indicators, we find that as there was presumably a pay rise in the year 2, it is clear that a proportionate amount of new staff were not recruited. This falling is also reflected in the fall in the answer to question 2 from 86% to 82%, with students being less satisfied in 2016 with the advice and support they have received. Also, the staff retention rate has gone down in 2016, meaning that staff are less familiar with RU and therefore more likely to provide a fragmented service. However, in 2015, 75% of employers were happy with the graduates they recruited in 2016. This has dropped to 72%. In addition, in 2015, only 65% of the students have managed to obtain graduate jobs within a year, compared to the previous year, which is 68%. What does this reflect as far as the future of the university is concerned? Given that RU has relaxed the entry requirements for students in 2016, this may mean that in 2016, recruits are not as well qualified as 2015. This could mean that in future, the number of graduates obtaining graduate jobs within a year and the satisfaction percentages of employers would fall further. This decision has meant that there has been a 23% increase fee income, but it compromises RU's ability to meet its first strategic aim. Strategic aim number 2 is to provide an organized, efficient learning environment with access to cutting-edge technology and facilities. Under this strategic aim, we look at 2 parts: to provide an organized, efficient learning environment, and then with access to cutting-edge technology and facilities. Under the first part, we look at administrative costs, which increased. We look at increase in student numbers. We look at staff retention rate. As regards premises, the money spent on maintaining these has decreased by 10% in 2016, despite the increased student numbers. So it means maintenance is a problem. In the end or a survey, the percentage of students satisfied with these facilities has gone down 9% points from 92 to 83%. This suggests that this particular strategic aim has been neglected. Students seem far less satisfied with the way that the courses are run and administered now, with a fall of 9% points in answers to question 4. Administration staff costs have only increased by 5%, a 13% increase in student numbers, and presumably a pay rise during the year. Administration staff costs have only increased by 5%, despite a 13% increase in student numbers, and presumably a pay rise during the year. It can be inferred that staff are under increasing pressure and unable to cope with the increased numbers. This is again reflected by the fall in the staff retention rate from 90% in 2015 to 75% in 2016. Then, as far as access to cutting-edge technology and facilities, we look at the premises, facilities, and technology costs. A survey talks about the standard of rooms, facilities, and equipment is good as one way of assessing performance, as one of the key performance indicators. As with the above strategic aim, this one also seems to have been a little forgotten in 2016. In 2015, RU won an environmental award for its campuses. It also took part in a food sharing initiative which helped the local community. It has now got rid of its recycling bins and ceased to be involved in the food share project. RU spending on sustainability and community assistance has actually halved in 2016. This decline in activity is partly attributable to staff shortages. All in all, this is not very good, as RU is now failing to meet one of its main strategic aims. Number 4, to provide attractive, innovative conference and event facilities, attracting clients both nationally and internationally. Under this strategic aim, we can split it into to provide attractive, innovative conference event facilities, and then attracting clients both nationally and internationally. Now, the first one, we'll look at conference and event income, and also events and conference costs. In the table, we see that conference and event income has gone up by 13% in 2016, which is a good increase for RU. It has managed to control its costs relating to these events well too, since these have only increased by 4%. RU, therefore, appears to be focusing well on this strategic aim. About attracting clients, both nationally and internationally, would look at award-winning and attracting new clients. RU has also won an award for its conference facility and attracted a number of new clients. RU therefore appears to be focusing well on this strategic aim. For number 5, we must look at the income from research and research costs, and then contribution to award-winning. Income from research at RU has actually gone down by 13% this year, as have the associated costs. Whilst a local university has won an award for their contribution to research, RU has not been successful in this regard. The suggestion is that this aim has not been focused on in 2016. Then, in terms of satisfaction, we can look at the percentage for overall satisfaction, which is 81 in 2016 and 83% in 2015. This has decreased. This could have serious implications for RU, as it is the main performance indicator used both internally and externally to assess how RU is performing in terms of the future of the university, as well as meaning that RU may well now attract fewer students. It will also have an impact on the fees which can be charged to students in future years. The university needs to consider how it can improve the service it is providing in order to improve overall satisfaction. This brings us to the end of this program. Be sure to leave a comment, give the lecture a like, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting and inspiring videos. This will enable us to continuously improve our level of service, and for this I thank you for your time. May God bless you.